Hey Ronski.
Hello, Milan. Good to
Hello.
be with you again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we meet again to have a conversation on the theme that we've started another video away about relating. We have also our weekend retreat coming up in October where we're gonna have relating as the core of the weekend.
Mhm.
And we wanted to reveal a little bit of ourselves in relationship or in relating to the feminine. And in the feminine here, I mean the beloved, the woman of our lives, the our attraction, how we've been polarized and attracted to the feminine in our life, and the persons that we've been attracting, the woman of our life, right? Um, and This subject is a very broad, personal, very, we have no identical experiences, or it's difficult at least to claim that we have identical experiences with women, even with the same woman for that matter. But so I would actually like to start up and asking you a very broad question about like how many meaningful relationship with women have you had in your life, or maybe without going through your life, maybe at the moment, how your relationship to women are present in your life, to so to speak.
Well, thank you for asking. Certainly, on my own love journey and relationship love journey, I have sought to have a meaningful, as you said, a heartfelt relationship with the person I'm with, and it has been very challenging for me. My own parents were married and happily together in a loving relationship for 57 years. And the longest that I have done in this lifetime has been 10 years.
Mm.
So married for 10 years and had two children. But I would say that I have been severely challenged in knowing what I needed to bring to the relationship. And in the first instance, it was because I lacked really having developed my masculinity. I didn't understand very much about my masculinity. And then concurrently running parallel with that was the reality that I didn't also know much about my inner feminine and those sorts of energies. So my relationships that I've had quite often have been sort of like learning experiences in discovering more about myself. And it's only more recently, as I have matured some of these qualities of my divine masculine and my divine feminine inside, that I'm now able to have actually a loving, meaningful relationship that fulfills some parts of me. That's probably not all. So perhaps you would share a little bit around your own experience of having meaningful relationships, and
Mm.
so the men out there can have a sense of, how different it is from one man to the next.
Yeah, thank you. Um, I always had a lot of relationships with women around me as friends or well, I have had quite a few partners, intimate partners in my life, and like you have also been quite challenged in making those relationship endure for so it's been quite interesting, and it's kind of the same. I think the longest relationship was about 10 years, one children actually, and that's why we finally got away from each other. I have two children, and every time, for the both time when we had a child together, we really realized that we didn't want to be to we could not be together anymore. That was not the thing. It was not possible. So it was kind of a interesting kind of way of relating to my children, but that's another topic. And um, it is very interesting. I kind of resonate with what you're speaking about, the self-exploration into what is the masculine and what is the feminine, and as a man, okay, what is it to be a man? And there is something very different between um, being a man for other men and being a man for a woman. There is something very different here because deep down inside of me, and I think I can speak for every man, we have a certain fear of the feminine. There is something about women that make us very fearful. Are they going to
Mhm.
mock us? Are they going to make fun of us? Are they going to ridicule us? Are they going to make us tiny, tiny? Are they going to castrate us? A lot of things here. And women can do all of that. They can do all of that. And they're such powerful creatures. Um, and I think that's what you spoke about into getting to know your feminine as well in that process, in those sparring processes, with other different women in your life, um, revealing different sides of you every time a little bit deeper, closer to come to an understanding of, oh, okay, there is also a woman inside of me. It's not a completely abstract concept. I can feel it, and I can feel that when I am with a woman. I can be a woman with a woman, so to speak. My body is the same, of course, and my attitude is still my attitude, but the sensitivity, the empathic bonds, the the concern for closeness and intimacy, all of those things are tainted, are vibrating so much of that feminine vibrancy of quality. Like mummy, like we can go back all the way to the feeling that we've had as a baby and being held and being taken care of for in that intimate connection that we had with our mother. Um, Even though we might have experienced some pretty, anyways. I'm dry digressing, but I think it's very interesting to point out now, and it's maybe my last words here before giving you back the talking stick is the more I'm getting older or experienced, the more I realize that those two parts of me, they're not separated. That they're the two sides of the same coin. I'm the coin. There is those two parts of me that are playing all the time, that are in interaction with each other. And those also are interaction with everyone else around me. But I found it very important to have um, women around me that can actually force me to be a better man, to expand into my capacity of being a man with them, that challenge me in the way that I have to be present, that I have to um, speak truth. Those
Mhm.
little things that I think the feminine is so keen on putting the finger on, as an instinct, as a quality in itself as well. Um, And I really honor that in a very high degree of my life, for sure. Yes.
Mhm. I think I want to add something to what you said because you were describing about the emasculated man, okay? And that sometimes a man can be less than a man as a result of energies that come from a woman. But I would also point out that a man can be emasculated from other men, and a man can be emasculated from himself.
Hmm. Yeah.
Those different directions, because appreciating that our dysfunctionality can come from within ourselves or from outside ourselves.
mm,
And but where I would say when men come to do work with us and come to our workshops, there are certain sorts of themes that we repeat in every workshop because it's essential.
mm,
Essential in this case, we're talking about relationship, and in relationship, intimacy is essential. And having intimacy with yourself and intimacy with a partner is also very essential for me. And that's something that I am deeply desiring in my relationships.
mm,
And what I would like to share with the men in particular is, well, what are the ingredients of embodied intimacy? And in my own experience of this, I find kindness is essential, honesty is essential, respect is essential, transparency is essential, divulging who I am
mm,
is essential. And of course, there's more than just those five or six that I have just mentioned, but those are some of the key ones. In my own particular situation, when I want to have a relationship and be in love with someone else, I want to be in a co-creative relationship. I want to create together with this person. I'm choosing to be with them because there's some special things, whether it's in the kitchen, or whether it's in the garden, or whether it's at work. I want to do things with them. I want to play with them on the dance floor. I want to love them in bed. And I want to be met there in that way. So becoming clear around, how to develop embodied intimacy with self and with other, that's one of the things that you and I can share with men when they come to the workshop, and they can explore in these different areas how much they contribute, how much they participate, how much they include, how much they appreciate, how much they welcome from a partner. And of
mm,
course, the dimensions of this relating goes on and on.
mm.
Um, when I talk about intimacy, what comes up for you?
It's very interesting because what you describe with the different qualities of the relating with a woman that is necessary or important to focus on, and you named them. Um, the To me, intimacy is probably would be defined as is a space where I can be totally myself, where I am so safe that I can be totally myself, that I
Mhm.
can reveal myself totally, and um, divulging. You said right, like
Yes.
really, really like, and or revealing. That there is the same qualities to it, and for that, I think what our work is so important in some ways because we want to create spaces for that. Because when we meet together as men and we create a safe space for us to meet, and relating to men is another video, it's another but really relating to everything around you from that place of it's me, I'm here. I am not trying to put a mask or trying to perform anything. I am not here to act out something, but it's me. And it's enough. It's welcome. If we come in spaces from intimacy, we're coming from the heart. We're coming from some places that is so clear and pure, like children, right? So
Hmm.
so there is something so innocent, so pure, and so um, transformative
Hmm.
because it is revealing on even to ourselves. Oh, I can actually be that. I can show that part of me that I don't dare showing. And and I think everyone can do that. Everyone can uh, reveal a little bit more. And it's a process. It's not something that happened at once, like the curtains open and here I am. It's it's slowly we get into those places to reveal who we are, and so suddenly we become someone else. It's just a process. Like we transform ourselves into someone that we have always been deep inside of ourselves. So
Yes.
you spoke about kindness, and I like that you started with kindness because I think it's essential. Because I think it's also um, uh, it's one of the basic principles of relating. Be kind, be kind with yourself, be kind with the people around you, be kind with the planet, be kind at work, be kind with the animals, be kind with the plants. I mean, be kind, and uh, and it's good to repeat it. It's good to talk about it. It's good to have it named, and I think you're very much welcome to have a couple of words to make a closure here. I've made
Yes.
the introduction, so you you can find the outro of this video.
Well, I loved what you said about, you know, loving and coming from your heart. And what this really speaks about is what sort of lover are you? What sort of lover am I? And in my own life journey, again, I have been discovering this archetypal quality that lives inside of me
Mm,
that has really expanded in my elder years, okay, that I didn't even almost know about in my younger years because I associated my relating with my sexuality with the woman,
mhm,
not realizing that there was this lover and the woman was wanting the lover with the sexuality, not just the sexuality. So
mhm,
I have grown into becoming a more beautiful lover and learning about that and learning, okay, how much do I show up with my love?
mm,
Do I show up passionately? Am I generous with my love? Am I open with my love? Does the other person actually feel like that I am totally adoring them when we're being lovers?
mm,
Or are we having some sort of acquaintance relationship? I've done that. That's not really what brings me deep sense of self, of peace, of happiness, of joy, of celebration. It's when I am being totally a lover and the lover that I'm with realizes and feels that I am there 100%. And
mm,
so then there's more of a maturated, what we sometimes call more of a sacred union in our relating. And so I have moved my relating from being circumstantial to being sacred. And I can only encourage the men again when you come to our to our workshops, and the next one about relating, we'll be talking about sacred relating, sacred relationship. What is it to be the most incredible lover on planet Earth and have all sorts of relating that is sacred union relating. And as you pointed out in the beginning, we're talking about relating not just with self, but not just with a lover, but with children, with family, with friends, with pets, and everything in the universe.
mm.
So thank you all for being with us today. Maybe there's just in closing a couple of sentences that you'd like to finish off with, Milan.
Thank you. Um, I feel like we have only brushed on the surface of this very deep and exciting and interesting subject. Um, and Yeah, I feel very excited about you know going deeper into spaces where we as men can talk about those things, can share about our experiences, and learn from one another. I think that that's really what I have a feeling now when I listen to you, and it's coming. We're gonna have that moment coming, and I'm really looking forward to that because it is a passion of mine, I guess. I really like talking about how we relate to the feminine and how do we actually interact as men with them, with her. I would like to say her with a big H, like her. And so to conclude, I will say that thank you very much for your kind words and for your wisdom, Honski. And we're gonna have more videos coming up. We're gonna um, peel every time a little bit more of that very complex and very, very vast subject of relating as men and as good men, as kind men. Um, so thank you for now. And description in the description below, there are going to be links to our events, and so you're very welcome to leave a comment on if you have any uh, experiences about relating to women that actually is that you want to share with us. So please, and you can also subscribe to the channel, and yeah, see you around. Thank you, Ronski.
Thank you, Milan. It's always a pleasure to be with my brother, my love brother that I learn so much from. I'm really thankful that we have these conversations.
Yes.